Oh, bother.
Hello my friends, and welcome to another episode of Reign of the Jade Dragon. And by the time this episode is coming out, it will be October 31st, so happy Halloween episode of Reign of the Jade Dragon. And what better way to kick things off than fighting the undead. But I left you guys on a cliffhanger last time, so let's not stay on that cliff any longer. Let's get straight into the battle.
Die fighting for the dragons, for our families. That is to be embraced, not feared. For the Celestial and for all Cathay!
And as always, a brave speech from our great general.
They turned the elements against us.
Now, we have taken this hill because we are aware that the enemy ships have landed somewhere in this region and they're going to be trying to flank us. So if we charge forward and try to overtake this enemy, we will be hitting the rear. So we have taken a defensive position. And honestly, couldn't really be much better. Don't know why there is a high elf island in the middle of Cathay, but hey, it is what it is.
We have the range advantage.
And here come our enemy. And you really gotta love the, oh my god, you really gotta love the aesthetic of these guys. They are just intense. I mean, yeah, you've got your standard cripples, but the zombies are awesome. Not that their awesomeness is going to stop them from getting destroyed. And you gotta love our southern artillery. The Forge Masters at Nangal could never, right? All this fire just makes me want the to have Lee Dow. He's the only dragon that I'm missing. I know he's not the only dragon that we're missing altogether, but he's the only one that I'm missing so far out of the 5 main dragon children. And here they come. And melee has begun. Now, nothing in their army is stronger than our army. Our biggest concern is going to be watching our flanks, making sure that we do not leave ourselves open. Well, I say that while looking at something that is definitely stronger than our army. They have brought the blood dragons with them, or the blood knights, I guess these guys are, but they're all blood dragons. And they're going to be trying to get a good flanking maneuver in on our spearmen. Fortunately, our cavalry are finishing up with their first engagement, and they're going to be able to counter charge these vampire counts, or these vampire knights, excuse me. And while it would be good to have Dian Wei fighting those guys, we have a Strigoi Ghoul King here. We're going to have to deal with him first. He shouldn't be alive too much longer, looking at by the looks of it. And over here, we are really feeling the pressure with these cryptors. Now back over here, it does look that we have, or excuse me, it does appear that we have pushed back the blood dragons. Whether this is a feign or not is, well, that's going to be something that we find out very soon. But the central line has lightened up. There's barely anybody left to fight, so we will be finishing these guys off and shifting our forces around as we do. And there goes Dian Wei now. And not a moment too soon, our forces are getting butchered by these vampires. We'll have to keep an eye on that engagement. And it looks like the cryptors have broken through. Oh, and look at you. What a gorgeous model. We're gonna have to bring him down. He's doing a little bit too much damage. And speaking of bringing them down, it looks like the cryptors are starting to finally fall.
Moon Dragon, protect us!
And down they go. Things have not gotten better over here. Our forces are being obliterated by these vampires. Dian Wei's really got to get out front. There he goes. And do something about these guys. Now, thankfully, they are not, thankfully, they didn't aim that magic up the line. That would have been pretty devastating for us. Oh, and look at this nightmare from the warp. I guess we've got the answer to what that Skaven thing was. It's broken. That's what it is.
Sorcery incoming! Beware!
Let battle commence!
It looked like they were fighting something, but I guess they're getting some rest real quick. All right, and these forces are being eradicated. And speaking of eradicated, all but Dian Wei have been pushed back or killed. What a massacre for our Jade Cavalry. It does appear that we are turning things around, although I would hate to win this battle only to lose Dian Wei. Oh, 2 down with 1 hammer blow. 3 down with 1 hammer blow. Sigmar who? Oh, there we go. And it looks like they are done. All right, Dian Wei has finally broken free from those Blood Knights. Oh, and it looks like that White King is still standing. Not for long. Dian Wei took care of him as well. And we are down to our final enemy here. Sometimes you gotta know when to give up, bud. And of course, you guys know I'm going to let this play out, but it does look like we have won this battle, so I will see you back in the campaign map.
They control the winds!
And a Pyrrhic victory. We even lost a unit of our cavalry, but we were able to pull off that victory nonetheless. So, I'll take it.
Cathays now. Celestial General.
And don't worry, I won't make you guys suffer through a battle like that.
Keep your lives and serve. To the front line. You shall toil.
All right. And that's definitely going to set Dian Wei off to the right start.
Lord Magistrate.
In fact, let's have him jump into Shilong.
Enforce the
Get the maximum recovery going. Let's see if we can get some
I will make a soldier
of our
out
own
of every raw recruit.
Looks like not. So what we're going to have to do is rely once again on our siblings. Oh no. They've got horrible recruitment. Let's see. Let's get another unit of cavalry from our sister.
Compares with Cathay.
And let's finally have Zhao Dun join Dian Wei.
Thoughtful strategy.
Instrument of the Divine.
I'm going to say he definitely led from the front in that one. Defeating that entire regiment of vampire or blood dragons was awesome. Let's go with Scarred Veteran after that for sure, and then give him a deadly blade to make him even stronger. But it is not all just about Dian Wei. Of course, his troops were excellent as well, and it's time that we get that artillery some much needed ammunition.
Such treasure.
I think we ran out in that battle.
Spoils of war.
Let's see what else we can do. I like the Jade Longma. It is not for him though. We're gonna bring him back down to a warhorse.
To defend my soldiers.
And let's build up on Shilong while also extending our industry out here in the Bridge of Heaven. Let's take a wider look at what's going on. Ping Jimo is still trudging along through the Darklands. Rough on him. Yin Yin, I'm glad we took a look at her
Sea
because
winds
she
guide
did not
us.
have a full movement range waiting for her. And let's just keep her
men
going,
grow
just in
weary.
case I forget.
My siblings.
You on Shun Yang? That's good. We'll leave you in Holotl.
Of the Celestial Empire.
And Jin Ding, let's have you take up position right here to cover
Seeking
that
tactical
crossing just in
advantage.
case. And of course, Jin Ding is going to
above all.
try to get one over on Dian Wei while he recovers. Dian Wei had all that glory from Shilong. Jin Ding isn't just
Cathay
going to
Eternal.
allow that to stand, but he he's not quite brave enough
Check
to
your
attack
weapons.
without
Again.
Dian Wei at his back, right? And I think that is all of our movement. Let's check out what we can do
Where is the
with
proximity?
our buildings. Do either one of these have a special building that we can build? Yes. So let's do that. What is this that I can get? Eternal Wellspring. Oh yeah, casualty replenishment plus 5%. Good God. All right. And guys, I hope that you are all having a good holiday, at least if you're celebrating that holiday. I know not everybody celebrates Halloween, but here in the United States, we
Dragon-blooded
do
sugar.
really enjoy it. So. Now keep in mind, over here, we're not going to have the same resources as back home, so she's not going to be able to just maintain a full-fledged Jade army like the one Yuan Bo is strutting around with. She's going to have to rely on some peasantry just because we don't have that many forces out here. So we'll get her that, and we'll get her another spearman. And let's get into this turn.
Dragon's blood runs through my veins.
All right, and guys, as always, I apologize that this video is coming out a day late, but you know, it's just how my schedule works. So I do try to get all of the videos out. Whether I get them out on the day that I have intended for them, well, that's another story entirely. Looking at the poll that I released on the Rome Let's Play, and I do apologize for having to step back from that one, but the battles were just too long. They were so gargantuanly long. And if you've paid attention to how I do my videos, and I said this in the comment section, or in the post, I mean, but when you're going back and replaying videos so that you can have a more cinematic style, 45-minute battles really kind of eat at you.
I represent the heart of Cathay.
All right, Albert, what can we do for you? I don't think that this deal's going to get much better, but hey, I'll take what I can get. And you would think, based off of his lore, that Yuan Bo would be more of an isolationist as far as Cathay goes. But, I mean, the fact that he is able to spy on anybody he trades with, that's definitely a big plus. And it means that we don't have to have allies across the globe. All we have to have is trading partners to be able to see what is happening in the wider world, which is a great mechanic. Of course, it's just ripped from the High Elves, but I'll take what I can get. It always seemed kind of weird with the High Elves. High Elves are they're not really spies. It's not like you can't tell who's a High Elf and who's not. But I guess because they're trading, they just have a way of collecting information. It just seems more of a Dark Elf thing. But what do I know? I don't know. And since today, at least when this video is coming out, is going to be Halloween, I guess let's go with a Halloween themed question, or maybe a couple questions. First question is going to be, what is your favorite scary movie? Now, of course, obviously, I'm advertising for one of my favorites, Scream. It's such a good movie. There's such a good series of movies. Don't know if it's my favorite. It's going to be a hard competition between the Scream series and the Jason series. I really love both sets of those movies. I think Scream has more good ones than bad ones versus Jason, which like some of them are great, some of them are like, what was that? So, you know, you just gotta take it and leave it. And it looks like we have found some cargo, so let's I do want to make more money, but let's grab the medicine and get our boys some recovery while we're at it. Now the Grand Barony of Hockland has fallen. 28 turns they lasted, so good on them. I didn't expect for them to survive this long. The army of the Golden Scarab has collapsed as well. Clan Vulcan is done, as well as Clan Septic. And the Urson Revivalists have failed to make any headway in the north. So possibly a signal of things to come. All right, and it looks like we've got a confederation on our hands as well. The Bloody Hands and the, Red Fangs of Rotgut. That's a pretty strong alliance right there. All right, we've made contact with Wasoran as well.
Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
And it looks like either the Dark Elves have been beaten back or they're ambushing. But let's take that risk and start moving towards Swamp Town. That way we can secure this province before the oh gosh, New World colonies. Yeah, the New World colonies have time to take it from us. We don't want El Cadavo to be in charge of Swamp Town, even though that is one of theirs, lore wise. And while we're not really looking to empire build, I do want to have a strong sector beyond what would in our world be Grand Columbia, right? Speaking of expansion, we do have an opportunity to go towards the Blood Hall, which is an interesting one for sure, but I'm going to advocate for going south. We've got to complete this mission our father has sent us on.
Seeing our soldiers transit.
All right, and Jinding is ready to take Shiama's Rest. And it looks like he might be doing it alone. We've got to get north.
Celestial General.
That is not good for us.
Move fast.
Let's get Dian Way
Cross river
as
swiftly.
far north as we can.
March with speed.
How much further can you get, Dian Way?
Serve
Are we just
from the
not
front.
recognizing that there's bridges here, or is that the case? I think so. I think the game's just
Stay
like,
mobile.
hey, you don't. There's no bridge here. What are you talking about? Even though there's two bridges. Whatever.
Jade Dragon's.
Oh, and we do not want to let them sit and get stronger, but I don't know that we can take them with this
I
army.
serve the
I suppose
dragon.
that it is time for Jinding to prove
They
himself.
cannot live.
And it looks like it's going to be a close victory. Looks like it's going to be a close victory. And I do hate to leave it on a cliffhanger like last time. So you know what? Let's get into this battle and see what happens to the good old Jin Ding when he has to do it on his own.
No kingdom can stand against ground Cathay! We are the dragon's chosen people!
Not really the most inspiring of speeches, but it gets the job done. And here we are at the final battle for this episode. Now, of course, Jin Ding is standing well behind the front line, allowing his peasants to take the brunt of the attack. If you know this map, you know we could be flanked on either side, but Jin Ding estimates that his opponent is not bright enough or powerful enough as a necromancer to pull off such a maneuver as a flanking attack. So we're going to be sending the peasants forward. They're going to be taking the brunt while our forces rest and their forces deteriorate against our spear ball. And he is, Jin Ding is putting a lot of faith in his ability to draw the enemy in to a singular front attack. We'll of course see how that goes, but let's check it out. And so far it does appear that things are going Jin Ding's way once again. And already a bloody battle.
Sorcery incoming!
Now, keep in mind that just because Jin Ding's forces are resting in the rear, that he is not a fool. He is not just going to sit back and allow his peasants to be murdered without, sacrificed without good cause. He estimates that sitting back like this will allow him to weaken the forces before they can reach the main line of the army. Of course, he has slightly underestimated, although not grossly, slightly underestimated his enemy, because there is a flanking maneuver coming around from this side. But it is nothing that Jin Ding cannot handle, sending one unit of his Jade spears and some cavalry around to deal with that flank. And it looks like some of the peasants are fleeing the battlefield already. And here they come charging back after being threatened. One thing you will not do is retreat unless allowed to do so. peasants will continue to fight, will continue to hold until Jinding is ready. It looks like contact has been made with the true front line. And down go the Rip Force. All right, and at least to Jinding, the real battle has finally begun. Now, something that Jinding's stratagems cannot win for him is the loyalty of the peasantry that he sacrifices. As you can see, none of them are in a rush to come back to his aid, even if the battle could be won with a sweeping maneuver from a spear wall or increased missile units pouring down on their missile units, right? When you abuse your front line, that is what's going to happen.
Protect us!
Of course I say that, and do you think that Jinding cares? Of course he doesn't. To him, he's already won this battle. And there they go, guys. It is over. And I will see you back on the campaign map to finish this episode. And a close victory at the sacrifice of many peasant lives. Wow, what a way to end this, and 2 ranks for Jinding. Because of course he will suffer no he'll suffer no consequence for the lives that are lost. So we're going to occupy Xiama's Rest, of course. The Dynasty of the Damned has been destroyed. Gunjuge. And let's take a look real quick at what we can give him. This ought to piss off Dian Wei real good. I'm definitely still not going to say that he's inspiring anybody, but let's give him some improved inspiring presence just because. Really start training those troops up. They're going to keep dying on the front lines, and he's going to keep letting them. Also, let's get Logistician going for him as well. And that really ought to do it for us. Okay, and that is gonna be a wrap for this episode. So, as always, to all my friends, wherever you are, good morning, good evening, and good night, and I will catch you in the next one. If you made it this far into the video, I just want to say thanks for watching, especially to those of you who have been with me since the beginning. I am still having a blast and very much enjoying the formation of this community with all of you. If you have any suggestions for videos you would like to see, please let me know, because I want to make even better content as we continue down this journey together. As always, if you enjoy what I'm doing here and want to support me, then you know what to do.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
And we'll see you in the next one.